First and foremost, Beetlejuice. They have an announcement date for the release of Beetlejuice and the name of the sequel, B Show. And pretty cool news. Obviously, a lot of people knew that they were shooting it. They knew it was coming out. But a lot of people thought it was going to be called Beetlejuice 2 B Show, but that is not the case, correct?
No, and even if it is technically, they're stylistically listing it on the poster, as you can see. If you're listening, you can always go to YouTube and check us out at Spitball Media and follow along in video format there. So for those here in the chat and watching at home, here's the poster. The wait is almost over. He's got the waiting room tape 9/6/2024, and the stylized title is Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, we don't know, Shah, if this is PG or PG-13. I'm going to have to say it's going to be PG-13. Don't you think, Shah?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the original was PG-13, right?
It's so long ago. Honestly, I don't even know. B Show has to be the original. Has to be PG-13. It's got like a lot of slightly off-color jokes, a lot of dead stuff.
Grabs his dick, nice fucking model, that type of shit.
That's right. That's right.
I think so. I don't see anything for sure.
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet. But coming back, of course, is Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder. Claiming their roles there. Winona Ryder is now playing an adult version of her previous character, and her daughter is none other than Wednesday herself, the little cutie Jenna Ortega, like we're friends. Jenna Ortega. Like we hang out. Like, yeah, me and Jenny were there.
My girl, Little J. That's
she's
what I
a
call
cute
her.
kid. I like her a lot. Now, I will say this: I am excited for it. I am a fan, but I'm a little concerned that it's going to be spewed in modern sort of, nonsense. I have a feeling it's going to be a little too 2020-ish. Shah, what do you think? Do you think Beetlejuice is immune because Beetlejuice is just such a specific story, or do you think we're going to be able to tell this was made this year?
I think Michael Keaton is going to look the same. The only thing that's probably going to throw it off is the overall tone to the movie. Because, I mean, back then everything was practical effects. You look at the dragon he turns on. I mean, everything is like almost claymation type. Whereas now, the movie, it's going to have a completely different look. Even, I mean, you look at the poster. The original poster is an actual photograph of them. This is completely digital. Already, look at the hands, which I like the old school version, I'd appreciate it more if they just took pictures of his real hands, because it's not like he wasn't in character already. They shot the fucking movie. Just take pictures of his hands. Like, I don't know. I don't like the poster at all. I'm excited for this movie though.
B Show, your thoughts? You're a Beetlejuice fan. Are we going to get a virtue signaling Beetlejuice sequel, or laden in digital special effects that look like they were made in the Marvel world, or can we count on Tim Burton, the characters, to be kind of more in just the vein of what he does, creepy, gothic, practical kind of style, special effects, things like that?
I hope so, but like I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and that movie's all CG and it's terrible.
That is
There
true.
was something is whimsical and like otherworldly as Beetlejuice was. No, I mean if you look at the set,
it's
design
true. It is a whimsic. That is a great word actually to use for Beetlejuice.
It had a certain character to it, but it was also kind of grounded and somewhat terrestrial. Like in a weird universe, like you could see this actually existing. You could feel it. You could touch it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's very gothy because of Winona Ryder too, and the time period. Like, you know what I mean? She's super gothy, and the look of it is that Tim Burton tint. Very very bright, weird green, orange, like those kind of colors, muted a little bit.
And like the one scene where they come into the house and Delia has redone the entire house. Like the floor and the walls are textured. It's not just like, oh hey, it's painted. It's like there's texture all over the place. There's everything. Like I said, it has a certain weight to it, and I hope it's not all CG shit. But
I hope so too. I'm optimistic. I'm not shitting on it. I'm cautiously optimistic. Quick shout out to our buddy Chris Matthews, Joe Punches, Kevco. Joe Punches is saying that both Tim Burton and Jenna Ortega have came out saying they're using a ton of practical effects. So Shah, I think that's what a lot of people, I think, our concerns are not unique. I think a lot of people want to see that old school practical special effects, Tim Burton style, big Danny Elfman soundtrack. So maybe it'll deliver, right?
Yeah, I'm actually excited to hear that. I didn't know they were going to use any practical effects because that honestly, that's a surprise to me, dude.
Well,
But
I mean, Tim Burton does
looks
like
fun.
his models, things like that. I think we'll get a better poster. None of this is real, by the way. All this B show is
No.
all fake.
There was a
All-
trailer that was circulating too, but that's not real either. It's a fan
no,
made
it's
thing.
not. Yeah, the one with Jenna Elfman, where Jenna Elfman, I'm calling her now. I went from Jenny Ortega to Jenna Elfman.
Jenna Elfman, that's 90s
She's
shit,
got a
man.
horse face. She's got a little bit of a horse face. Nice body, but a horse face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some ones like you could tell. I'm excited. Look, I'm a fan. I loved Wednesday with Tim Burton. I don't like the latter Tim Burton stuff that much, but we'll be checking it out for sure. I'm sure we'll be doing a pretty deep dive when that actually comes out. That comes out in September. Long way to go, but I'm sure we'll get sort of a hard trailer. Maybe in a month or two. I'm sure the summer promotions for that are going to be off the chain.